Shomi, good evening.
Good evening, Nobita.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. I think so. This was your research project while you were associated with the Student Learning Circle, right? So thanks for the research. Thanks for your time. I'll hand over it to you. Maybe you could start with a small introduction for yourself and then jump into the presentation.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Soumi Abhi. I am pursuing MBA from ISWBM. I have done my project with Grow at Pace Academy. So today I'm going to give my presentation on early leadership.
Go ahead.
Okay. So these are the 4 myths young people believe. Before starting my presentation, I want to highlight some point, and that is, as a leader, do our aims to be the best? Do our actions support our vision? It is not that easy to become a champion in our field, and very few people can achieve it. So, but we can aim to become better every day. We can improve ourselves. It takes commitment, and it takes great principles. So here I'm going to talk about these 4 myths young people believe. Number 1, I'm too young. So can age affect the leadership? The answer is no. Leadership knows no age, no gender. Leadership abilities take time to develop. It simply shines when given the right opportunity. Young people are the source of energy. Let's take some examples like some old leaders of some companies. They believe that if it is not broken, then why to fix it? It takes time then to accept the possibility of changing protocols and procedures. There is a constant need for a young leader to not just advertise, but enhance their leadership abilities. They have fresh ideas because they are so used to think outside the box. Young leaders can be more aware of the latest trends. They are known to be the competitive, and these are all about this point. And second point, my parents will be always there for me. Parents will support us financially, psychologically, emotionally, but we have to do our work in our own way. Third, it can never happen to me. Anything can happen with us anytime. Number 4, leadership is far away. It's reserved for certain people. Anyone can be leader. It's not about any genetic criteria. It's all about develop ourselves, develop skills, motivate others, and all. Here I present a key an image of key. So a key is an instrument designed to fit into a lock to open a door. So basically, here I represent the key as a good leader who can fit into a good team to open and achieve the goal. So who is a leader? A leader is a person who influences a group of people towards achievement of the goal. Thus, leadership is a process whereby an individual influences a group of people to achieve a common goal. So leaders measure success by passion and impact of people they influence. From a good leaders, we will be able to learn like how to lead a team, how to be the best, how to make good decision at the right time, not to be afraid in any kind of situation. So these are all. Here I present some facts about leadership. Like leaders are great learners. They are the agents of change. They inspire and motivate. They start and finish every day with a positive attitude. Leaders have a vision and team building and organizational design. Leaders take risks. Sometimes they have to do it. So why do we need leaders? Leader is a person who starts work by communicating with the policies and plans to the subordinates from where the work actually starts. They need leaders because we need leaders because they fight for people at the right time, any time, not only right time, any time. So leaders should personal contacts with employees and should listen to their problems and try to solve them and treat the the humanitization. A leader has to not only supervise but also play a guiding role for the subordinates. And a leader proves to be playing an incentive role in the economic and non-economic way. So here are some leadership skills like learning skills, planning skills, reading skills, communication skills, confidence, and ability to inspire. Okay, so here are the 5 Ds of good leadership. Here, number 1, determination. So determination means focused and on point, no matter what it may be. Next, discipline. Discipline should be principled, self-tamed, and moderately self-willed. Next, diligence, hardworking, consistent, and committed. Next is dignity. Dignity means they should be honest, having high self-esteem, self-worth, integrity. And the final one is duty. Duty means taking responsibility. Okay. Here are some characteristics of a good leader. A good leader has an exemplary character, must be passionate about the work, must be confident, must be responsible about their work, and must be critical thinker, must be organized, and it is very vital point. And a good leader must be flexible in his work, must be tolerant and hardworking. So here are some points of good leadership that destroys a good leadership. Number 1, pride. So whenever pride comes before the fall, good leaders remain humbled by the position of authority entrusted to them. Second, dishonesty. Since character counts highest, a good leader must be above reapproach when a leader fails. He or she must admit their mistake and work towards restoration. Next, ungratefulness. Good leaders value people knowing they cannot attain success without others. Next, favoritism. Good leaders value people knowing they cannot attain success without others. Next, laziness. Good leaders don't be so lazy, and they should work hard, willing to be the hardest work on team. Next, jealousy. So it's the most difficult part. It can destroy anything. And next is defensive, revenge, fearfulness, small-minded essay, rigidity, and unresponsiveness. So for graduates and early leaders, how can you bring in some practice interventions in college to simulate leadership scenarios which you will face once in college? So you can arrange event, you can join event committee, you can join ESEL, you can join an NGO. There you can enhance your leadership skills. Okay. Here are the answer, whatever I have said. Yes, you can lead your assignment group too, and can join in cultural group and organize the program so that you can enhance your leadership skill from the early age. So this is I want to now present some example, a leadership example. So right. So it's a big shift when you first become a manager, said Atlassian CEO Archana Rao. Success is 100% based on my team. My team, I can't accomplish anything. Instead of hearing about my personal contribution, I started hearing 5 other names of the people on my team. Archana describes herself now as the internal head of IT sales because she goes around telling everyone in the organization about how each person has contributed to the rollout of a new system or created something new for the organization. Here is the example 2. Jay Simmons, Atlassian's president, for this sentiment that early in my career, I worked as a company that had a value. Never say it was powerful to be an environment where everything was pluralized. So every presentation or demo was framed as we are working on this feature, and we are drafting the statement to a reporter. He said those leaders shaped him into the leader he wanted to be.
Mhm.
I get I get so much energy from seeing my team grow their skills and telling others about their impact. So here are the leadership example 3. Malala grew up in a northwest Pakistan where the Taliban had often banned girls from attending school. She became a vocal supporter of female education when a Taliban who shot her 3 times in the head in an attempt. She survived, and the attack provoked worldwide outrage. And in Pakistan, it led to ratification on the right to education bill. Since her recovery, Malala became the youngest person to receive the Nobel Peace Prize and addressed the UN, met world leaders, and founded the non-profit Malala Fund. So basically, we have read these 3 stories, and they are common relevant in every story, that determination, diligence, discipline, dignity, and this is very important, and duty are very essential for every leader, and most importantly the teamwork. So here we came to the conclusion. So leadership is an act of service. It required selflessness. Leaders never blame anyone. They work as a team. A good leader is a real gem of every organization. So here is my presentation.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Shomi. Yeah, I think it was interesting to see, the points that you mentioned about how someone in college can become, a leader. Yeah, I think aligns with a lot of things, but I think I like the piece around the NGO, right? Because
Yes.
that's where you can really add value beyond
Yes.
what you are only doing around studies or placements or e-cell or any of those things, right? Yeah, I think it's important for everyone to do those
Yes.
to groom themselves. Um, I just had one question for you. That is, I think you've included a lot of elements around leadership, right?
Yes.
But is there any? So nowadays we keep hearing a lot about leadership styles, right?
Yes.
And there are a lot of new styles that are evolving every day. So can you talk about any specific leadership style, right? How to pick up those, or then how do you know about those, or any of the specific leadership style which is like your favorite, or any of your leaders that you really idealize from those who any one of them who has any of that style. Yeah.
Sure. I prefer transactional leadership, that transactional leaders value the role of structure and hierarchy in getting results in a company. And they emphasize results and rely on performance reviews to reward and penalize employees. These leaders depend on highly motivated employees to perform well in a structured development. So rather than promoting change, transactional leaders seek to maintain the status to enforcing the current system. So
Mhm.
this leadership styles works best in large corporate or military operations. So I prefer this style.
Okay. So you prefer
Transactional.
someone, okay, so you prefer someone, you say, rather than questioning status quo. I think there are, or I'm looking at it this way. Are you saying that every organization, right, needs these kind of leaders also, right? Is that how you
Yes.
interpret saying to deliver results, to deliver value that the organization commits? It is not only right. I mean, amongst the other types of leaders, this type of leaders are also required. Is that what you're saying?
They value people. They depend on the people who motivate everyone, and they reward their employees depending on their performance. So
Okay. 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 Great. Yeah. So I had only that question. So thanks for doing this, Shomi. I think I know you did this project as part of the student learning circle, but I think it was over and above your curriculum and everything else that you had to do. Right. So thanks for doing this,
thank
and it was
and
nice
thank
working
you
with
for
you.
giving me this opportunity to research on this project.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that's the intent, right? I think what we are doing is as part of the student learning circle, we have students who
Yes,
can pick up their own areas of choice and then do research, and then you can do whatever presentation you want in terms of those, right? So I think I hope you had a good learning experience
yes,
around this, and I am hopeful that you'll be able to implement some of these, right, when you
sure.
join the corporate. Yeah, so thanks, Shomi. Thanks for doing this once again. Uh, I think we'll
Thank
we'll
you.
stay in touch and see how we can continue to work together on other areas. Right.
Thank you.